Welcome to Chicago Film News. I'm Christina Page, and I'm super excited because today I'm here with Emmy Award winning director and producer Angela Peavey. What was your trajectory in terms of being here today as an Emmy Award winning director?
I started out in theater when I was in 8th grade, and so I then started getting into more professional theater. I was in some professional operas and things of that nature, and
Can you sing?
I can.
Let me hear you hit a note.
Oh, no, not without woman this vocal thirst, girl.
Okay.
I know, right? You're supposed to, just when somebody asks you to do it, you're supposed to be like, ah, right?
There it is. There it is.
No, that was so off key, so it was off key, and you guys know it.
Good to me.
Anyway, so kind of fast forward a little bit. I lived in LA for a little bit. I just really wasn't ready to live in a big city because West Michigan, you just grow up so innocent and just to the world. It's kind of like its own little bubble in this like Dutch community that it is there in West Michigan. So came back home, obviously, then went to college. During all that time, starting from 1998, I started directing and teaching at professional theater companies. I wrote educational programming.
You were voted in like the top 10 of filmmakers and the only woman in Michigan.
Yeah, so I'm considered one of the top 10 filmmakers in the state of Michigan, and I'm the only woman on that list. So it's very much not a woman-led industry, at least in the state of Michigan, but I'm sure that goes across the nation.
Yeah, and you're doing a lot to change it. Mentoring women.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, so talk to us about some of your mentorship and how you're helping the youth, not just women, but just the youth in terms of, following in your footsteps.
Yeah, so I have a big background in education. I love teaching. There was a need for, okay, my daughter or son loves this. What's the next step? And there was nobody in Michigan that, or at least in the greater West Michigan time at that area, that knew how to guide and coach somebody to the next step. They would always run into dead ends. So I started a blog called brandingforentertainers.com, and so it's free, and anybody that wants to learn about how to use their brand as an entertainer. So maybe you're an actor, a filmmaker, maybe you like to make TV programs, maybe you're a hunter who wants to make TV programs and put them on YouTube and get an audience. So I teach you how to then develop your brand, because every person has their own individual brand, and then how to market that to online audiences to then gain social influence. I made a film with some colleagues of mine, Scott and Joel, and we made a movie called A Parent's Worst Nightmare, starring Dean Cain of TV Superman. It's the story of Allison and how she's like flirting with a boy online, and then she ends up meeting him without her parents' permission, and then she gets sold into sex slavery. So it's based off the story, true story of a compilation of 6 girls. It's true life happening. So, and then you'll have to watch the movie to see how it ends.
Sure.
But it's real, but it's informative. I think it looks kind of like a Taken movie feel to it.
I would be kicking myself if we did not talk about Our Beautiful Secret.
It's a story about my brother Jonathan. It's a docudrama. So we have documentary parts, and then also we reenact certain scenes. So it's a story of my brother Jonathan and about how he overcomes his disability with cerebral palsy through road racing, faith in his family, and humor. So this thing has gone gangbusters. I started filming it in 2010, and it premiered in 2013. So it was definitely a labor of love, right? And so I traveled all over the United States filming professionals in the field that could talk about disabilities or cerebral palsy in this film, and also some professional athletes as well. But so it's gone viral. So we went viral in Japan and South Africa, so much so that I had to write educational programming to supplement the topics discussed in this, because church groups, school groups, nonprofits all wanted to dive into this and make workshops and we raised $500,000 for nonprofits all over the world, and that money got to be used for their programming for people with disabilities all over the globe. And it's been seen all over in 32 countries. It's just been life transforming. You know, we had a guy on who private messaged us who said he saw the movie and he said that he was going to commit suicide. And he private messaged saying his friend took him to see the movie, and that because my brother Jonathan, he has so many medical problems, so many social problems, just so many problems, but he still wants to live. Yes. And he said, because Jonathan still wants to live and he can live his life, I can too. His problems all of a sudden became so much smaller. So, whoa, right? And yes. So that's our beautiful secret, and he is no longer a secret anymore.
Absolutely.
I have a movie that I co-directed and then also starred in called Baby Bulldog. So if you love children's movies with talking animals and animation and then real life, you know, stuff happening, it's just definitely going to be such a great family-friendly movie. The trailer's out already, so you can check it out. Baby Bulldog on Facebook. And then, yeah, this coming out this summer.